I don't want to add any more pressure on myself by thinking about how I'm going to do it tomorrow or the next day or the next week. Just think about how I'm going to get through today. And if you can get through today, then the next day you're going to have a renewal of energy, and it's going to be, again, it's going to be a little easier. And the next day, you're going to have more energy, and it's going to be a little easier. So just focus on today. This applies both to the gym, if you're cranking it out at the gym and you're feeling like giving up, and then also with your diet. Sometimes you're going to have to abstain from food, and just tell yourself, all you have to worry about is this day, doing it right this day. And then the rest of it will take care of itself. And then trust that if you do today right, and just worry about doing today right, that is all you need to guarantee that you're going to lose your weight. Kind of cool, huh? You don't need to worry about tomorrow. Just worry about today. That's what's nice about diets, is that once you know what you should be doing every day, then you don't need to worry about the next day. All you got to do is worry about the current day. Same thing with the gym. Then, of course, the last point that I'm going to end on is, I've been talking about it as though this is something you're going to do for like 3 months or 4 months or 5 months, kind of the way I did. I didn't really just do it for 5 months. In the beginning, when I decided to lose my weight, I didn't say I'm just losing weight or I'm going on a diet. What I said is that I'm making a complete life change. I'm changing my relationship to food. And in fact, I accepted the cost. And I remember I was rationalizing with myself, and I told myself that I'm going to be going to the gym for the rest of my life if I want to keep this weight off. So this was not I'm just going to do this for 5 months. What I said is, I'm going to commit to going to the gym for the rest of my life, but for the next 5 months, because I'm going to be losing that weight, I'm going to work extra hard. And I'm going to be extra diligent because I'm just setting it up and I want to actually drop the weight. And then after that, I was honest with myself. I was going to be going to the gym all the time. And I was honest with myself that I would have to change my eating habits. And those would be permanent changes. So the other thing that you got to do is you got to start thinking about which changes can you make that you're going to be reasonably satisfied with. So that means don't make changes that are so radical that you could not live with them. Every change has to be indefinitely sustainable. That means that if you're going to the gym, you have to be able to do that along with everything else that you're doing in your life for the rest of your life. That means just because you crank it hard for 2 hours every day for a week at the gym and you're able to manage that somehow by not doing any of your other obligations in life, and then the next week comes and all of a sudden you got to go back to work and you got to take care of the kids and you got all these other things that you got to be doing, and then you don't have time for the gym anymore. That's an unsustainable strategy. What you want is a sustainable strategy. So that means, how do you carve out 20 minutes for the gym? How do you carve out 30 minutes, 40 minutes, whatever you can manage? How do you make a change in your diet so that you're from now on through the rest of your life never going to eat some of those things that are causing you problems? How are you going to not overeat? So you got to think about that ahead of time and plan a little bit. That planning, just some of the practicalities of losing weight are going to be important, because a lot of times people will just say, I'm losing weight, and they don't plan it through, and then they get caught up in that. And then, of course, I'm going to say, to stay motivated properly, you need to have proper expectations. And proper expectations here, I'm going to really tell you, you cannot lose more than 2 pounds a week. Any other diet that promises you that is full of shit. And even losing 1 pound a week is pretty challenging. So I was losing about 2 pounds a week, but I was hitting it really, really hard. I was literally starving myself because I had a large calorie deficit of probably close to 800 calories, maybe even 1,000 calorie deficit. So I was always feeling hungry. I did that for 5 months. Do you want to do that? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. If you really want to lose 2 pounds a week, then you're going to have to do that. You're going to need a calorie deficit. You might also need to radically change the composition of the food that you're eating. So much less carbohydrates, more protein, maybe more healthy fats. And then, of course, maybe cutting out sugars, things like that, right? So set the right expectations. You can probably aim for 1 pound a week and be happy with that. And give yourself, for those initial 3 weeks, don't expect any changes. If you get them, that's great, but don't go in there expecting them. Because a lot of times I feel like the reason that people lose their motivation is because they set an expectation, and then when they get on the scale, they don't see it. They get so despondent about that they quit because they feel like it's not working. I can tell you this, if you change your diet, clean it up, and you start going to the gym, it can't not work. The only reason it's not going to work is if you don't go consistently. And consistency is key. So you don't have to worry about it not working. It will work, but you have to do it consistently. You have to have a little bit of belief. And you have to give yourself those first 3 weeks to put the habit into place and to get your body to start getting on board and to start making the physical changes. And then you're going to see it. You're going to see losing half a pound a week, maybe a pound a week. If you're really working it hard, you might get to 2 pounds a week. And it's really, really exciting when you get that. But don't expect too much too fast. When I was getting into this, I said that I would really be working at it for a whole year. And to me, I was happy because I said that, you know what, if a year from now I've lost 65 pounds, to me that's totally worth it because my dating life's improved, my sex life's improved, my self-confidence improved, and that's how I did it. And I think that's how you can do it too. So these are some practical tips. I'm going to sign off now just to keep this one short and sweet. I'm going to have more videos about keeping longer term motivation because this is a really deep topic that I'm fascinated by that I can't cover in too much detail in 10 minutes. All right, this is Leo. I'm going to be signing off. Please go ahead, comment on this video. Tell me what your challenges are and if this helped you. And then also share this, like this. That's why I put these out for free so you can spread them around. Share them with your friends. And then go to actualized.org for more advanced personal development videos just like this one, where we really cover the topic of staying on track with your habits and your motivations really, really in depth. Not just with fitness and weight loss, but also with staying on top of your career, your business, other personal development, things like that. All right, so go ahead and check that out, and you can subscribe to my free newsletter there.